Hello, this is Randy Singh down here at Canalside reporting for KLTV. Here this week to speak to Simon Grayson, Huddersfield Town boss, who faces his former club, Leeds United, for the big derby this Saturday. Simon, quick recap against the game against Middlesbrough. You came out with, that was probably the worst performance you've seen the lads play. I mean, looking at that, was that the worst performance of the season for yourselves?
It was probably the most disappointing performance because the manner that Middlesbrough dictated the game for large periods, how we were off it, how we didn't close down, how we didn't keep the retention of the ball. So it was disappointing sort of in that respect. So you learn from these games. Middlesbrough are a good team. They could have done that if we'd had all our players available and we played the best of our ability. We might have still got beat, but ways to lose games, and Saturday and Tuesday night wasn't a way that we'd like to lose. But we learn from that experience and we move on, and obviously we've got a big game at the weekend now.
Moving on, yeah, big games coming fast. Big Yorkshire derby on the weekend, your former club, Leeds United. How do you feel? I mean, the emotions, what must be going in Simon Grayson's head at the moment? To
get 3 points against them, that's all I'm focused on. I'm not bothered about sort of my connections with them and anything else. It's about doing the best that I can for Dean Hall and this football club and trying to get 3 points and get us back on track, back and up the division and try and get into them playoff positions again. So that's my main focus. The players are focused what they need to do, and hopefully we can achieve that.
Is there an extra message that you'll give to the players? You know, the biggest Yorkshire derby, say. Is that an emphasis of, you know, this one means more than important than the other ones?
No, because there's no extra points by beating Leeds United compared to beating Sheffield Wednesday, Hull or Barnsley, anybody like that. We've just got to be focused, play with your heads as well as your hearts, show the passion, desire that's required in these games, but don't lose focus. Make sure that we still pass the ball around and play like we can do, and like how we've played against Wolves, Burnley and Derby when we've beat these teams at home.
Another fellow Yorkshire man you're facing is Neil Warnock. What do you know about Neil Warnock's sides, your opposition that you face?
You know what you're going to get from Neil. His teams are always hard to beat, quite a direct way of playing, but Neil's had a fantastic career as a manager. He's obviously on one last opportunity to try and get Leeds a promotion. So we know what we're expecting. Obviously, Neil's got an affinity with this football club as well. Did well when he was here as a manager. So lots of sort of connections between the two clubs. But believe me, come kick-off time, everybody will be throwing them out the window and looking to put one over each other.
Speaking of connections, you know, the history and the rivalry between Leeds United also transfers through to rugby union as well. What does it mean for yourself? You know, is this something that you want to do especially for the Huddersfield Town fans, or? Well,
exactly. Everybody, as was mentioned, knows the sort of my connection with Leeds, but I'm working for Huddersfield Town and I want our supporters to be proud of the team that I put out on Saturday, proud that they can go into work on Sunday or Monday, Tuesday, and talk about a performance and hopefully a victory against one of the local rivals. So that's the sole intention and the only focus that we've got.
Speaking during briefly of your time at Leeds as well, what was it like, you know, in contrast to now? You know, you move across the M62 border. What's been, you know, your experience so far, you know, in charge of Huddersfield Town? Well,
I think from day one we've stressed all along that this has been a very friendly club who want to do everything for you, from the chairman right the way through to the office staff, the kit man and people like that. It's sort of a real family club that are looking to sort of make your life as easy as possible. There's different expectancy levels between the two clubs because of where we've been in the past to where Leeds have been in the past, but we're not doing too bad for a team whose expectancy level is to remain in the Championship this year, when we're above a team that are expected to try and get automatic promotion or at the very least be in the playoffs.
And as a manager, have you done things differently, you know, being here?
No, I think I've got my own philosophies and ideas that I've carried forward from Blackpool to Leeds and now to Huddersfield, that you're learning from experiences all the time. Hopefully I'm a better manager than when I first set out, and in 2-3 years time I'll hopefully be even a better manager because you learn from your experiences. So I'm committed to what we're doing and working hard to be as successful as I can for this football club. And finally, how are you on the injury front looking at this weekend? Is James Morton back? They're progressing. I know I keep saying that week in and week out, but they're making progress. If they're in any danger of not being fit, then I'm not going to risk them because we're playing Leeds United. It's for a busy December month of the games coming thick and fast, and the long term after that as well. Good luck for Saturday. Cheers, thank you.
Well, there you have it. I spoke to Simon this week, and he is optimistic and determined to collect 3 points for Huddersfield Town against his former club Leeds United on Saturday midday. This is Randy Singh reporting for KLTV.